Today, we're going on a journey through time, energy, and remembrance. We'll explore the sacred echoes of ancient civilizations, Atlantis, Lemuria, Egypt, and beyond, and uncover the powerful spiritual truths they left behind for us. We'll look at what modern science, mysticism, and sacred traditions all agree on, that ancient wisdom is not lost, it is encoded in our souls, in the earth, and in the stars above. So if you've ever felt drawn to sacred symbols, ruins, or knowledge you can't explain, this message is for you. There is a hum beneath the earth, a frequency that echoes through sacred ruins, forgotten temples, and silent cities swallowed by time. And if you've ever stood at the foot of a pyramid, felt drawn to ancient symbols, or dreamed of star maps and stone circles, you may not just be curious, you may be remembering. Long before modern history, there were civilizations that lived in profound alignment with the cosmos. They did not separate science from spirit. They believed the earth was sacred, that time was cyclical, and that the heavens were not above us, but within us. We know them as Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu, the Mayans, the builders of Göbekli Tepe, the sages of ancient Kemet, what we now call Egypt. Their stories were passed down not in textbooks, but in symbols, sacred geometry, oral lineage, and vibration. The philosopher Plato was the first to record the story of Atlantis. He said it was a great and noble power, destroyed not by myth but by moral decay. Many dismissed his story until we discovered submerged ruins off the coasts of Japan, India, and Cuba, eerily aligned with ancient descriptions. In Hindu scripture, the Mahabharata tells of Vimanas, flying machines used in celestial warfare. It reads like science fiction, until we consider modern discoveries of atomic-level ruins in Rajasthan that show signs of intense radiation and ancient impact zones. In 1994, archaeologists uncovered Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, a temple site over 11,000 years old, older than Stonehenge and the pyramids. It was aligned with many important celestial constellations, built by people who, according to mainstream history, shouldn't have had the knowledge to create it. And yet, there it stands. In the teachings of Gnosticism, our world is not the full reality. It is a shadow of higher realms, and what we call awakening is simply the act of remembering where we came from. The Gnostics believed that light was trapped within matter, and that wisdom, or Sophia, was the key to liberation. Ancient Egypt encoded this wisdom into temples, texts, and tombs. The Emerald Tablet of Thoth says, "As above, so below, as within, so without." It was never just philosophy, it was spiritual physics. In modern science, Dr. Gregg Braden and Nassim Haramein have explored how ancient structures reflect fractal mathematics and quantum harmonics. The pyramids of Giza are aligned to true north with mathematical precision, and the Great Pyramid encodes the speed of light in meters per second. These civilizations were not primitive. They were attuned to the very geometry of the universe. Michael Cremo, a Vedic researcher, calls this forbidden archaeology, evidence that human history is far older and more advanced than we're taught. And even indigenous elders around the world speak of star ancestors, portals in the earth, and spiritual technology lost to time, but remembered in dreams. So what were the ancients really trying to preserve? They knew the earth is conscious, The stars are our kin. Sound creates form, and light is the carrier of wisdom. In the Mayan calendar, 2012 was not the end of time, but the end of one cycle and the start of a new awakening, a time when humanity would remember what was buried and choose to rise again. Right now, more and more of us are feeling the call, not just to visit sacred sites, but to become sacred vessels, to live in harmony, to walk with intention, to build again, not in stone, but in frequency. You may feel drawn to crystals, symbols, or languages you don't understand. You may cry when you see images of ruins, or feel chills walking through a forest. That's not fantasy, that's soul memory. You were there, you are here again, to remember, to rebuild, to reawaken. The ancients didn't worship idols. They honored vibration. They used sound, movement, and sacred geometry to mirror the structure of creation. They encoded wisdom into every ritual, knowing that future generations would one day understand. And that generation is us. This is not a sermon about the past. This is a calling into the present, to tune into the earth's wisdom, to listen to the whispers of sacred places, to hold reverence in a world that has forgotten how to pray. Let the ruins remind you, let the stars realign you, let the spirit of the ancients awaken within you, because they are not gone, they live on in us, in you. This has been a reflection from the Church of New Enchantment, where we walk the path of esoteric universalism, the belief that all religions hold truth and are sacred paths to the divine. With reverence and light, I am Dr. Peter Sousa. Thank you for walking with me today.